Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Welcome to another spooky episode of The O Show. I'm O, and I'm here for your amusement. And, okay, y'all, so, I'm not even gonna lie. I think my little orphathon that I've been doing for this Halloween season, 2023, I think it's been okay. But I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because we see each other, okay? I trust you. You trust me. But, there was so many movies I wanted to talk about, and just, like, the laziness. It's no joke, y'all. Like, there's so many, just filming and editing, like, it's so much. I feel like I watched so many movies this season, and then I realized it's late at night, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna film a video tonight. And then next thing I know, it's 2 days later. Y'all, like, I wanted to talk about People Under the Stairs, Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus 2, Demons, Demons 2. Tonight was supposed to be, this whole thing was supposed to conclude with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's not happening. That's not happening. So, that's just a few upcoming videos for my Halloween Orphathon 2024. Because we're going to try this again, because I played myself on that one. I should probably just try to focus on doing maybe 2 videos a week. 2 videos a week is a goal. You may get 3, but 2 is a goal. So let me just get back to life and back to reality, because y'all, this YouTube mess ain't no joke. But it is Halloween night. If you are in Chicago, you saw the snowstorm we got today. We still ended up with some trick-or-treaters. My mom handled that, because I live on the 2nd floor. There's no way I'm going to be going up and down these stairs all night, okay? But from what I seen on my camera, it was a success. So, yes. And tonight, I am concluding this Orphathon with a movie that I have been talking about forever. I keep talking about this movie, and we're finally going to talk about it. And what movie is that? JUAN of the Dead. And I don't know why I did this, like a rainbow is going to appear over my head, but I don't have those skills yet. But anyway, I don't know what side of the screen it's going to appear on, but we are talking about JUAN of the Dead tonight. By the way, like, I did go to a Halloween party last weekend where I was a beautiful monarch butterfly. I don't want to put that outfit back on. So you're getting this. You are getting the My Lazy Scary Costume shirt tonight. Because it works, okay? And this hair is a flashback to me in 1998. Because my hair used to grow out so fast and long and luscious that that's what's happening. So, alright, so as I mentioned before, we are going to talk about JUAN of the Dead. Ooh, oh, I got afro hair in my mouth. Ooh, it's JUAN of the Dead. Alright, y'all, like, I don't know if you can get a good view of this cover. There's JUAN, surrounded by a whole bunch of dead people, and the little caption at the bottom says, "He's Havana Killer Day. He's Havana Killer Day. He's having killing Killer Day. He's having a killer day." He's having a killer day, y'all. Okay, you know what? Let's stop. Stop. Okay, so, JUAN of the Dead. This movie actually came out in 2011. I didn't discover this movie until 2013 when I was homeless. Now, when I say homeless, I was buying this fabulous building that you see behind me, but the closing took 8 months. They were like, oh, we can get you closed in like January, something like that. And then my lease to my apartment that I was living in was up in March, something like that. I didn't close in this place until like August. So I was living on people's like sofas. I was living in like 4 of my friends' like houses. Like I went from one house to another to another to another for like 8 months. Talk about depression. But I was actually at my boo, Michelle. Hey girl, hey. And I was at her house. I don't remember what I was doing or what I was watching, but I think I might have been playing around with her cable channels, and this movie just one day came on, and I was like, what the hell is JUAN of the Dead? So it is a Spanish-speaking movie, so there are subtitles that you do have to read. It is based in Cuba, and it is done by the studio that brought us Shaun of the Dead. Now, with that said, Shaun of the Dead was like, that's a hilarious fucking movie. Like, I love that movie so much. It's behind me somewhere in this pile. Where's my finger? This pile behind me over here. God damn it. It's over here somewhere. So it's brought by the studio. I don't think it's made by the same people. But, so you get that horror comedy aspect to the movie, right? So they are trying to be funny, so you can't take this movie too serious. It's a spoof on a spoof of a spoof, right? Like you have Dawn of the Dead, you have Shaun of the Dead, and now you have JUAN of the Dead. So someone was like, we need a Spanish version of Shaun, I guess. So that's what's happening. So you can't like go in thinking like, this is some George A. Romero shit. Like, no, it's not. There is so much crazy with this movie. So let's talk about it. So the movie opens up with JUAN on a raft thing. And he's just shitting the breeze, right? He's in the ocean, just floating around, and then out of the water comes his friend, Lazaro. Lazaro is like the fat, lazy friend. And to be fair, JUAN is lazy too, but JUAN is like, he's just living the life. He ain't got no care in the world, and he's just living like day by day. So as they sit there having a conversation, this body kind of floats out of the water. So they're like, oh God, is he like he's dead? And there's this ongoing joke with Lazaro and this like harpoon that he keeps getting hold of. So they're like, is the guy dead? And they kind of poke at it, and he seems to come to life, even though his face is not alive. And Lazaro shoots this guy with a harpoon. So, okay, he's dead. Let's not talk about that. Let's just go on with our day. So that's what they do. We got JUAN on the mainland, and he goes to this building where the door is answered by his ex-mother-in-law. So you're like, oh, okay. And there's a girl there who the mother-in-law is like, she's not here. But of course she's all like, Grandma, who's that? So we pretty much figure out that he has a daughter. So the daughter's name is Camila, and they don't have like a really, really good relationship together. But, we're establishing relationships of characters in the movie. So hold that thought, right? And then after that, I guess JUAN's like, well, I'm just gonna get laid. So he goes to some lady's house, like across the street, across town. I don't know where the hell this lady lives at, but he goes there, and of course the husband comes home, so now he has to get out. So him and Lazaro like run around these roofs like through the whole movie, like the whole time. Most of the time they're on roofs, so you don't know whose roof they're on, but they're on a roof. So that happened. After this, we are introduced to the other characters in this movie. So So our main characters, we got Juan, we got his friend Lazaro. Then Lazaro has a son. Hot. We don't know his age, but anyway, he's a hot like dude in the movie. Which I guess they. Well, anyway, his name is Vladi California, but I guess they call him California because his dream is to go to California. Okay. Then there's this drag queen named. Oh wait, I know. It's Sheena. It's China, but it's Sheena, right? Okay. Sheena has a boyfriend named Primo. Primo is this huge muscular man. And the running gag with him is he's really squeamish when it comes to blood. So if he sees blood, he faints. And that is what he does through this whole movie. However, to get past that, they put a blindfold on him. And he's pretty much having to be led as if he's blind through this whole movie. But he's being led, and then he kind of gets like Mortal Kombat powers where he senses people coming towards him, and he's punching and kicking and killing. So silly. Is that all? Yeah, Vladi, Sheena, and Primo. Okay, so one night they're at this like place, and there's this person, and they're talking, and the person who's supposed to be talking at this meeting at this place is inside, but I guess he's infected, and he comes out bursting through the doors and starts killing people. And so they're sitting there just wondering, like, is there like a virus going on? Is there like, are there vampires? It's just, they're trying to figure out what's happening. And what's so funny is like, all this shit is happening in front of them, and people are getting killed and eaten, and they're just kind of just standing there because no one like really attacks them. Oh Lord Jesus. So alright, so fast forward now. So now we got our characters established. We go to an apartment building that I guess Juan lives in. Like, does he even have a place to live? But there's this lady called Gia, and she has a husband. So the husband apparently is dead, and she's like, "Oh, Juan, you gotta help me." And so he's trying to wake this person up, who wakes up but now has turned to a zombie. And he gets up. She is going crazy because she's like this old lady. But what's so funny is like she gets on the phone to get help, but then she starts having a conversation with someone as if nothing's happening, and her husband is attacking Juan. He's like, "What the fuck? Like, get out." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So she gets like Lazaro down, and once again, Lazaro with this goddamn harpoon. What the hell is this hair? Okay, well that's not my hair, but hold on, we're gonna put this hair right here. So they're trying to figure out, like, is it vampires? Let's use some garlic. Is it a demon possession? Let's get the cross and try to exorcise this demon out this man. Lazaro over here with this goddamn harpoon, like, shoots the man, but the harpoon goes and hits Gia, so she dies. But they know that something's up because the harpoon that went through the husband, he's still trying to do this. So it's not until they hit him upside the head with the cross that they realize that they have to, like, kill the head. So that is how they realize what they need to do with these people running around. So what do? Juan eventually decides, like, I'm going to start this company called JUAN of the Dead, where we kill your loved ones. Which I don't understand how, like, so later on they make these flyers, and it's not, they just took marker and wrote on some paper, and they're sticking it into people's, like, doors and walkways and things. But before that, for some reason, like, they're getting business, but they don't say how they got the business. Again, y'all, this movie's stupid. Like, don't. You can't rely on a straightforward storyline. Okay, wait, so hold on. Let's rewind a little bit. So at one point, Juan is looking for Lazaro, and his son is like, oh, there's this whole like, are they even prostitutes? I don't know, there's these two women in the movie. One dies, and then Lazaro saves one, and like she's like totally naked, so there's your boobies, because it's not a booby movie, but there's your boobies for the movie. So him and this lady are thinking like, oh, we're gonna live a new life away from Cuba. So they get into that little boat thing from the beginning of the movie, and then Juan's like, oh, what is he doing? Like, we need to do some shit together. So somehow, I don't even know how far apart he was from the shore, but he ends up at the shore and he's swimming in the water, swimming towards Lazaro, who's with this chick on the little stupid little raft thing they have. And then he's like, no, you gotta stay here because I have an idea, which is the whole like Juan of the Dead like killing service. And so Lazaro agrees and doesn't realize that the chick that he's with like falls off into the water. So when they realize she's missing off the raft, like they look into the water and there's a whole like the sea floor is just filled with these zombies walking around. So one thing about this movie is that I don't know what the budget was for this. But there's so many things with the CGI. I don't even know if they use CGI, I tell you the truth. I think it was lower than CGI. That's what they use. So you see all these zombies on the bottom of the ocean just kind of walking, and then the girl that fell in is now a zombie because it just happened that fast, but she's trying to swim up and then gets eaten by a shark. Like, have y'all watched these Sharknado movies, which are made for TV, so the CGI and the effects are just horrible, right? Like, I feel like, and I didn't do the research on this, so if you know the answer, let me know in the comments below. But I don't know if this movie went to the theaters or was it like made for TV. But the quality of this movie is literally like a made for TV movie. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it's really bad. So you have to like keep in your head like it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. Let's not look at the mess. But that whole like zombies walking underwater that don't really come back into the storyline is just so dumb. I don't understand. So anyway, Juan starts this company and he is charging people for getting rid of their family members. So someone will call this phone. It's on top of the building because again, they're always on the roof. So there's a phone on top of these buildings, and when they call, they go. So there's a whole like killing montage to show how everyone is effective with this company. How Juan kills people, Lazaro, Sheena, damn Primo is still blindfolded. But him and Sheena have like this system. Like she has like a slingshot. And then when they pair up, she'll say like, you know, someone's in front of you, like punch, or you know, someone's below, kick. Or she'll do like these commands, and then he will go ahead and do what he needs to do. So like, anyway, it's a montage. Like every movie deserves a montage, so you can't be mad at that. So just all this craziness is happening with these guys. Like this is one like I don't know if it was a brothel or something, but they went into this one place, and then all these like what they call Spaniards were coming down the stairs, and then the lights go out for some reason, and they're just kicking ass all over the place. The lights come on, and not only did they kill all the zombies that came down the stairs, they also killed the lady who hired them. So they're just like robbing the place now to get money, because now that she's dead, she can't pay them. So like. It's so stupid. So anyway, so fast forward. One night they're like waiting for the bus. So another thing about this movie, like with the effects, because there's this bus that's full of zombies that tilts. Well, it falls over on its side. It slides into this sign, and then the sign falls. But when the sign falls, it just disappears. Like, where'd the sign go? There should be parts of the sign on the each side of the bus, but it's not. I don't understand. So, but at that point, they're confronted by this military truck that comes up, and these military guys are, I guess, scouring the streets. Is scouring a word? They're going through the streets to see who's alive, and then whoever is alive, they will train them to now kill these zombies, which these people are already doing. So I really don't understand this one scene, but the army men are like, take your clothes off. You got to get into this truck. And so so they all strip down, and they get into this truck, and the army men, the hell's that thing called? Okay, they all get handcuffed. So they're handcuffed to each other, and there's two guys at the end who are already in the back of the truck, but the one on the very end is infected. So he turns and kills the guy next to him. And then that guy turns, and they end up killing the army men. And damn, Lazaro gets a hold of a gun and shoots the damn driver. So the truck just, yeah. So anyway, they survive, and then they make their way back to their town, butt ass naked. So they get back into the building and get some clothes on and what have you. However, Juan and Sheena are still handcuffed to each other, and it is revealed that Sheena apparently got bitten on her thigh and didn't even realize it. So now Sheena turns, and then there's a whole like scene with. So you know, it's a Cuban movie, so you know there's gonna be some dancing involved. So Juan and Sheena are now not dancing, but there's like this choreographed dance of him trying to get her away. So he's twirling her and spinning her and doing this like. Honestly, it does not take a lot to amuse me. Alright, so Sheena goes over the side of the building. So okay, she's dead. And what's his name? Anyway, Lazaro's son. He's going out on missions to get food and things, and some time has passed. I guess they're still living on rooftops, which is weird. So they decide they're going to go and move to like the mountains or something. So they're going and they come to like this one building where Primo is walking towards the door. He's like, we're going to go inside and maybe we'll take refuge here. But it is overrun by zombies. So now Primo's dead. Okay, they got him. So now they're like, okay, let's find some cars and we're going to just drive away and what have you. But then there's this English speaking. Did I mention this? The movie's like, yeah, I did. So the movie's it's all Spanish. You have to read the subtitles. But there is one character who's a English speaking missionary. He's a preacher. He's a preacher. And so he comes in speaking English, but now they don't understand him. And so anyway, he saves them, and they go to like this parking garage, and he wants to work with one of them to talk about like a plan to get out, but then fucking Lazaro shoots the guy with a harpoon. How does a harpoon keep getting in this guy's hands? I don't understand. So he mistakenly kills the preacher. Alright, well, yeah, that happens. So anyway, so this fool, Lazaro, tells Juan, like, oh man, like, I think I got, like, bit, like, right here. I'm gonna die, and the last thing I want to see is a sunrise. So they go to the top, and then, you know, they have a little moment, they're talking, and, you know, they're saying, like, hey, you know, if I turn, like, you gotta kill me, and then vice versa. And he was like, oh, well, you know what, if I turn, like, I would love you to kill me, too. So Lazaro's like, well, since I'm dying, like, hey, I love you, man. And Juan's like, hey, I love you too, but Lazaro's like, no, I really, really love you. So, like, can I give you a blowjob? And Juan's like, what the fuck? No. And he's like, well, I'm dying. Like, No one's gonna know. So Juan's over here like, okay, well, you know what? Like, let's just get this over with. And Lazaro's like, you dumbass, I'm just kidding. Like, now here's the thing. This movie probably cannot be made now today because, like, with all the cancel culture and all that mess, there's a lot of F-bombs in this movie. And when I say F-bombs, I don't mean F-U-C-K. I mean the F-A-G-G-O-T bomb. So, yeah. That joke kind of I think it's a good, like, 3-4 times in this movie. Now, it worked back then. But, yeah, I don't know how it would fly nowadays. However, that's a really, really funny fucking scene. Alright, so to end the movie, like, pretty much they alter this car, which doesn't make sense because how do they get the tools to make this car? They take a car and add shit to it so that it can float and it can, I guess, drive across the ocean to Miami somewhere. Okay, movie. So anyway, they alter this car. The plan is to, I don't even know what the plan is, but they're killing zombies on the shore to make like a ramp for the car to go over into the water. There is a child that is crying nearby. So, goddamn this wig. So Juan goes to help this kid and kills who I think is the father trying to like kill his son. So he kills the father, he gets the kid. I don't even know why there's a kid in this movie because the kid doesn't do anything, but they get the car into the water. Juan gets the kid into the car, and then all of a sudden, instead of getting into the car himself, Juan is like, well, you know what? I'm a survivor. I'm going to make it. I will survive to keep on surviving. Because he thinks he's Destiny's Child. And he decides he's going to stay, right? And they're like, okay. And are they driving away? Because is this car driving water? What did they do? Inspector Gadget here. So Juan stays and decides he's just gonna fight. So like the whole fucking like island of Cuba is now on this shoreline, and we're supposed to believe that he's like killing them all. So but then the movie ends and there's like this like a comic book animated sequence of the end of the movie where Juan is, I guess, battling the zombies, but then you see the other three, because the survivors are Lazaro, his son, and Camila. You don't see the little boy anywhere. Did they leave him in the car? But you just see them fighting, and then the movie's over. So again, like I said, the movie is not to be taken serious. It's a good like. It's fun because it's not like every other zombie movie where everyone has to survive. It's different. It's a horror comedy. Like there's parts of the movie where zombies are running right by Juan and Lazaro, and they don't care that these two people are just kind of standing there, and they just run by them. So these people keep just walking out of the situations with no worry in the world. And then you have some zombies who are slow, and you have some zombies that are fast, which they do actually bring up in the movie. And they're like, well, some are slow, some are fast. But I feel like they need to pick a team. You can't have both. Like, because what's the reason? And even though Juan is like, well, I want to know why. And they don't. Like, I guess that is the joke. But you still gotta pick a team. You gotta either have slow zombies or fast zombies. You can't have both in a movie. Like, come on now. And like I said, with the CGI and stuff like that, like there's a part of the movie where Juan and Lazaro are sitting on a rooftop wishing that he could just see the sunset one last time, and there's a building in front of them, but then out of nowhere the building just starts collapsing, and there's not like a big huge puff of smoke that comes up. The building just collapses and that's it. And the gag is like they're sitting there and they put their sunglasses on. But like, I haven't seen a lot of building collapses in my life, but would expect there to be a lot of smoke that comes up as a result, and that just didn't happen. So you guys, so that's JUAN of the Dead. Again, not a great movie, but it's a fun watch. There's a lot of jokes. I didn't say a lot of other jokes in the movie, but it's just really fun. Again, it's kind of like Shaun of the Dead, where you're not taking it really serious. It's just out there to be funny. So don't go in expecting the most. Like it's a nice, good comedy, horror comedy. Have you ever seen? I'm about to say Shaun of the Dead. Lord Jesus, have you ever seen JUAN of the Dead? Let me know in the comments below. It's not streaming or anything. Like when I saw the movie, like I went out and got the DVD. So that's why I have it. But yeah, it's not streaming currently anywhere. But if you're able to find it, like, give it a look. You know, again, it's a fun and good time. Yes, and I want to say thank you all who have watched my Halloween Orphathon. I will plan this out better next time. We are now going. You probably won't see this video until, you know what? It is like 10 o'clock right now. I am not editing this video right now, so you're probably gonna see this video on November 1st. I'm not even gonna lie. I do have some Christmas movies I will better plan in the month of December. So from now until then, I will be finishing up my Mariah Carey album countdown. I only have like 5 more albums to talk about. And I will try to get back to maybe doing videos like Monday and Friday, and then my Mariah will be Wednesday. So you'll probably see like 2 or 3 videos a week going into Christmas, which I will do my Christmas Orphathon. So yeah. So in the meantime, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, it's been an interesting month, I'll say that. So, cheers. And until the next video, TTFN. And we're about to blow this candle off for the last time, you guys, this year. Maybe. I'll see. No, I don't know. Let me know. What do you think of this? Like my spooky setup. It's a pain in the butt. But these candles are going away until next year. So the candles won't be there. But maybe my red light. Maybe I'll get 2 red lights. I don't know. But this definitely is no. This has to wait till next year. So adios.